person, he called himself Palestine. Hey, Abdul, I have a bad news for you. Your God Allah never mentioned the word Palestine. If you want to see that word, you go to the Bible. However, the news went so more bad for you, Mr. Palestine, because your God Allah is a Zionist. I'm talking about the new Zionism. For if you see in the Quran, Allah, he said that Allah, he ordered the Jews to slaughter all the Palestinians. Do you see it? This is your Quran. I remember once I was doing a seminar in the Philippines. A Muslim, he put his hand up. He said, sir, how you support somebody is unjust like the Israeli? They took the land of the Palestinian. So I said, you think really this is not their land? He said, it's not their land. I said, are you sure? He said, I'm very sure. I said, okay. Can you open for me the Quran, chapter 5, verse number 21, and read for us? He said, okay. So he grabbed his phone, and he searched, and he started like whispering. I said, no, read in the microphone. He put the microphone next to his chair, because he was using his two hands to open the phone. I said, no, grab the microphone and read for us, Abdul. You know? So he took the microphone, he says, "O my people, enter the Holy Land, Palestine, which Allah has assigned to you, and turn not back in fight." See, Allah, he gave us the land. I said, Abdul, this is Allah speaking to the Jews, not to you. Allah was ordering Moses to go and kill all the Palestinians. He said, it doesn't say that. I said, read the verse after it. And then he continued. They said, oh Moses. You should see his face. Actually, speaking of Abdul, once I was in the, this is in the Philippines too, I was taking the elevator, and you know, like I was speaking the phone, speaking Arabic. So this Abdul, he's growing like a little beard, and he have a hat in his head, so you can tell he's a Muslim. So he heard me speaking Arabic, and I lost signal inside the elevator, so I stopped talking and said, so he said, MashaAllah, you speak Arabic. I said, how are you doing, Abdul? No, sorry. He said, you speak Arabic. I said, hey, hi Abdul. He said, MashaAllah, you know my name? MashaAllah, you know, like the guy was astonished, like, what? You know, I said to him, hey Abdul, how are you doing? You know, he said, hi, MashaAllah, you speak Arabic. I said, hi Abdul. MashaAllah, you know, how you know my name? Like, how you know my name? The guy, like, he could not believe it. And then I took him downstairs, and you know, we chatted, and I showed him verses from the Quran, and he said, if this is true, I will leave Islam. After that, he saw me a week or two after that, and he have his wife with him wearing a burqa, and he winked to me not to talk to him. Like he winked, you know, like, don't talk, don't say anything. Abdul. Anyway, so as you see, Muslims, they speak because of their ignorance. They know nothing about their religion. And really, honestly, I feel sorry for you. When you try to put Jesus down, you are putting yourself down. Now we will go to some comment before we leave. And actually the video became so long. But what we can do. A Muslim said to me, her name or his name, I don't know, Ibrahima maybe. Mbai. He says, you are just a clear blasphemer. You have no real argument, only cherry picking. Thank you for very much. You just said that we have a cherry picking. That's mean you have the cherries, because we cannot pick it unless it is there. So are you saying that when Muhammad, he says, go and bite the penis of your father, that was the cherry? Well, the question is, what kind of a prophet he said? When your prophet says the sun set in hot water, is that the cherry? Well, this is what your prophet said. It's not my fault that you have the cherries. So Yes, we show the garbage of Muhammad, what you expect, but you just admitted that Muhammad is full of garbage. Thank you very much. Next time, send your parents to talk to me. Second comment. This is Abdul, I think from Indonesia. I think this is Indonesian maybe. He is saying, ربما يود الذين كفروا لو كانوا مسلمين. Maybe those who they are kuffar like to be Muslims. Okay, did you see how stupid what you just said? Have you ever heard of a God? He say maybe. I mean, how stupid this statement is. So the kuffar, maybe they like to be Muslim. Maybe. This is God talking. God, he's saying maybe those kuffar, perhaps, look, Allah saying perhaps. Allah is not sure, like maybe Christian prince like to be Muslim, maybe not. Do you think he like or he don't? Perhaps. Like what? So this is the verse you decide to pause for me to shut me up? You did. No comment. Perhaps. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this religion? And by the way, all the Quran is a book of maybe. All the Quran, you see this is asa. All of this asa is maybe. Maybe. Maybe Allah will come soon. Maybe. But who's talking? Allah. Why the Quran saying? Because Muhammad is a fraud. He can't say he will end it because that will be a prophecy. And if it did not happen, people will laugh at him. So he add maybe. Hey guys, I'm going to make a prophecy. Maybe I will win the lotto. Like what? Christian prince? How you can say such a prophecy, brother? Brother, I can. And now nobody can prove me wrong because I added maybe. 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 Another Abdul, he posted, he says, do you know the punishment of those who make mockery of Allah? Maybe. Maybe Allah will end our life soon. Maybe. Hey, but Abdul, I'm alive for a long time. You know, it's time for me to die anyway. You know, I mean, we are getting older, not younger. Maybe Allah will kill you. And then when Christian Prince he died, they say, Allah killed him. And you know, the maybe thing, the maybe game, and I mean, it's maybe Allah will forgive them. Like, what the heck? For those, there is hope that Allah forgive them. This is a false translation. Where is the word maybe? It's gone. Change the translator. Where is the maybe? The maybe is gone. Hilali and Khan, you idiot. Where is the maybe? No maybe no more. No maybe, baby. For those, there is hope that Allah forgive. فَأُولَٰئِكَ عَسَى اللَّهَ أَنْ Where it says what it says in translation here. In Arabic it says عَسَى Allah. Maybe Allah. We hope that Allah. But how Allah he can say such a thing if he is Allah? Here it says there's a hope, but in Arabic it says maybe. Change the translator. Let us see. I will change translators. Wahududan Khan. I mean, I didn't know even where the name's coming from. Look. We just changed the translator, the Quran, new Quran, Alhamdulillah. New Quran, brother. Allah may will burden them. Look, what the heck? Who is the one who's talking? Allah. Allah saying God may will burden them, and God is ever burdening. I'm saying it correct? Yes, excuse my English. Allah is ever burdening. This is a new one. Allah is burdening. You know what? I like Allah the burdening, to be honest with you. I mean, how come on? Like, look, Allah the burdening. May Allah may will burden them. Who's talking Allah? Like, how in the world Allah he say Allah may? Like, what the heck? Who's talking? Allah saying Allah may will burden them. I mean, is that a translation or a translation? Change the translator. This is Wahdid Khan. It is a different one. Shakira. So this, it may be, look how they word, the new word appear now. So this, it may be Allah will burden them. Allah saying that. Allah saying, so Allah maybe will burden them. May Allah, maybe Allah will burden you, Christian Prince. The religion of God, maybe. Here we have this guy, his name is Judge, he said. Who does more wrong, those who fabricate lies against Allah or denied his, what? His revelation. I mean, nobody can do wrong more than this, my brother. I mean, come on. I mean, fabricate. You idiot, we are showing you everything in the screen. Fabricate what? We never said one statement is not in the screen. We are just reading your book. Like, brother, when the Prophet, brother, he said the sun set in hot spring. Is that a fabrication, brother, from the Christians or from the Muslims? Narrated Abu Dhar, which means the father of the ants, I was sitting behind Allah Messenger. Good you did. Never sit in front of Muhammad. Dangerous. Allah, who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting, he asked, do you know where this set? Muhammad said. I replied, Allah and his apostle knows best, because Muslims are mushrikeen kuffar. They associate the knowledge of Allah with their prophet, knowledge of God with knowledge of a man. Allah and Muhammad knows best, equal. He said, it's set in a spring of warm water, Hamiyah. Brother, do you think this is our fabrication, brother? Brother and sister, this is da'if. This is da'if. This is da'if. Brother and sister, this is da'if. Brother, it says here, sahih. Not only sahih, sahih in chain. Brother and sister, this is da'if. This is da'if. This is da'if. Brother and sister. Anything will look like poo-poo for Muhammad, for Muhammadan, they will call it da'if. All the poo-poo of Muhammad have one name for Muslims. Da'if. Da'if. Muhammad make poo-poo? Da'if. Muhammad, da'if. 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 I have hadith, da'if. I did not even say the hadith yet. It's da'if. 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 Brother, when the Prophet he discovered where the sun goes, brother, is that da'if? I have tons of videos of YouTubers, full YouTubers saying this is hadith is very authentic. What you will do with it now? And this is al-Bukhari. Brother, da'if. This is al-Bukhari and this is Quran too. It's da'if. 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 Dave, Dave, my friend, I just want to ask you to bring me some water. What? Anything you say, they will say to you, Dave. Dave. I believe that a Muslim, after watching my video, he go to his wife. She said to him, "Can you sleep with me tonight?" He will say to her, Dave. Weak. Can you do Dave? But we need to have kids, Dave. But Dave. Dave. What's wrong with you, Dave? Hey, by the way, do you know that Muhammad was the most da'if person in the earth when it's come to sexual intercourse? I can show the reference. He said, I was the most weak person in the, sorry, not weak, the most da'if person in boom boom. And then I invoke Allah. And then he sent me a dish of shish kebab. And I get it and I get the power of 40 men. Even Muhammad was da'if. Not only he was da'if in the bed. And not only da'if, he was the most da'if person between all mankind, which means even Zakir Naik, he is more da'if than him. Even Ahmed, he is more da'if than Ahmed. Even Joe, you know the thing. Even that, Joe, you know the thing, he has 4 or 5 kids, I don't know how many. Da'if. Anything is stupid, Muhammad, they say da'if. But this is Quran, Da'if. Da'if. Da'if, I'm telling you. Brother, the Quran said the sun set in murky water. No. The Quran says this is how it appeared to Zulqarnain. Okay, Abdul, can you show me the word appear? Did Allah forget to mention the word it appear to him? Oh, he says he found it. Brother, it appeared to Zulqarnain. Okay, where is the word it appeared to him? This is from the perception of Zulqarnain. Where it says from the perception. Is that a da'if Quran? Oh, here, the one was da'if is Zulqarnain. Who is da'if in this story? Brother, Zulqarnain was da'if. He's very da'if in zoology, brother. Not Allah, brother. Zulqarnain was da'if. But my friend, the one who is saying, I'm going to tell you about him is Allah. It's not Zulqarnain is talking yet. Allah, he said to Muhammad, they are asking you about Zulqarnain. Read carefully. They ask thee concerning Zulqarnain, the man with the 2 horns, which according to Muslim, he have 2 horns because he invite people to Islam, and then they hit him with the hammer in his head. Boing! He got the first horn, and he died. Allah resurrected him, and then he sent him back to his people, and he asked them to convert to Islam. They hit him again with the other hammer in the other side of his head, and boing! And he got the second horn, and then he became da'if Zulqarnain. So, according to Muslim explanation, the one who was da'if is Zulqarnain. His vision is da'if, brother. Like, you see Zakir Naik explain. But if you go to the ocean, you see the sun going in the water. You think what the sun is going in the water. That's what happened to the Zulqarnain. Because stupid idiot. What ocean? What? But it says a spring of water. He did not go to the ocean to see. He said spring of murky water. Do you know how to read, Abdul? Spring. Let me zoom in. They are da'if in the vision. Da'if, very da'if. It says a spring. Where is the ocean? Do anyone see the word? It's a spring. Do you know the difference between spring? It's not even a river. It is a spring. By the way, was it da'if spring or a strong spring? And how in the word it's a spring and it's murky? Like, what the heck? What's happening there? You think there's a catfish there playing with the mud? I mean, it's a spring of water, yet it is murky. Never happened before. spring of water will be very clear and clean because it's spring of water, water coming from the ground. So how it is murky? Brother, this is da'if spring. Oh boy. Anyway, don't forget, I don't know if you downloaded my previous video or not. As you know, I don't keep my videos in my channel, so don't forget to download them. If not, don't forget to subscribe to those who download my videos, and people who download my videos, please don't forget to put in the beginning of the video, if you are doing editing, this is where they can come and join us to watch live, and they can subscribe to you when, you know, when they want to watch it later. You can put the Patreon as a link down of your video, because even YouTube might disappear one day. I mean, the link of the same page. So put Patreon, and always they can find where is my last update broadcast will be. Did we have a good time for today? So yes, we Christians believe in Jesus as God, and him being born of Mary does not change the fact that he is the God of Mary. Your God is born of his shin, and he changed his shape. And based on your statement that such a God cannot be God, and this is why when Allah he come to the Muslims, they rejected him. And that explains a lot about the mentality of this religion. Even their God, he have to come in a shape they accept. Otherwise, they will throw tomato on him. Even their God himself, the one they call him Allah, the father of the three daughters, the moon god who married from the sun god, and they have sex, and they have three daughters. Even himself, if he come to them in a shape other than the one which they saw first time, which we do not know when they saw, they will reject him. And they will not accept him until he go to his bedroom and he change his shape, which means Allah he created a shape and he go inside a new shape. And then when they kick his ass, he go back and he created a new shape and he go inside the shape which is looked like what they like. This is what their prophet said. Can they say this is da'if? They cannot. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. This is the most authentic book ever you can imagine. So Allah he changed his shape. But for the Muslims, it's not okay for God to come in a shape of a man. It's not accepted. And that makes sense, because if Allah himself had changed his shape, they call him the devil. So why they will not do that to Jesus? So I ask you Muslim to repent before the time that Jesus come. Remember, even your false prophet, he said Jesus is coming back. And yeah, there's a Muslim actually made a comment. Let me see some more comments. This person, he said that Jesus was sent only to the Jews. Muhammad was sent to mankind, even to genie. That explains why genies have sex with your wife. Muhammad, he was sent to all mankind, but yet he don't speak the language of any of the mankind. And the Quran says we never send a messenger except in the tongue of his own people. Look like Muhammad, he forgot what he said in his stupid Quran. We send not a messenger except in the tongue of his people. So the Quran confirms very simple thing, that Allah never and will never send any messenger. And remember, this verse was given to Muhammad when he was a prophet already, saying we send not. So Muhammad is included. This is not after Muhammad. This is not before Muhammad. This is in the time of Muhammad. Muhammad already a prophet. And the Quran saying we send not a messenger except to teach in the tongue of his own people, which means he have to be from the people in order to be messenger to the people, in order to make it clear to them. So Allah will not send Muhammad to somebody in Pakistan, because that will not make it clear. Allah will not send Muhammad to somebody in Indonesia because that will not make the message clear. This is your Quran statement. So how you silly who live in those countries think that Muhammad is a messenger for all mankind? And if you say to me there's a verse in the Quran saying he is a messenger to the Al-Alameen, that because you are a fool. Alameen mean human and genie, because Muslim they believe there's two words. The Arab are human and there's Arab genie too, and they speak Arabic. This is why there's a chapter in the Quran, it's called the chapter of the genie. According to Muhammad, he saw a bunch of genie and he spoke to them Quran, and they were happy and they accepted Islam. But as usual, there's no witnesses. And not only that, there's genies who did beat Muhammad, who did not accept Islam, and they were black genie. Maybe this will be a topic for a different day. A bunch of black genies, they did beat Muhammad. This is Muhammad claim, but obviously it's a lie. Muhammad, he was beaten by somebody, and Muhammad don't want to tell who did beat him, so he claimed that a bunch of genie, they did beat him. Any Muslim? And by the way, you have to be aware with the genie, because according to Islam, genie, they can have sex with your wife. So if your wife now is alone, and you are a Muslim, you have to think twice before you leave her alone, because the genie, brother, is there. He is in your bedroom with your wife alone, and she is not wearing hijab, and the genie is under the blanket. That's why if you search in Google, peace be upon him, sex with genie, you will find tons and thousands of articles written by Muslims about his wife or he himself having sex with genie, because their prophet and their Quran told them that this is really true. You know, you cannot use Google to search for sex with genie, because you will get nothing but porn website. I mean, I'm just searching for sex with genie. What I'm seeing in the screen. Let me change the word genie in English, make it double N. Maybe that will fix it. Okay. Human and say the Twitter. The possibility, oh, this guy is from a Twitter, he's a Muslim. The possibility, brother, of having sex with the genie. Look at the discussion. This is very hot discussion. I know, I'm trying to find. Okay, Mr. Sayed from Twitter, he said, thread on possibility of sexual intercourse B/W. I don't know what does that mean. Jinn and women. Like, why not jinn and men? Like, what the heck? In case you are a woman and experiencing sexual encounter with jinn, you don't have to bother with ghusl. Look what Abdul is worried. He's not worried about his wife having sex with the genie. He's worried about, you don't need to wash. I mean, wisdom. That's pure wisdom. Also, I did read in some text, if you don't recite the certain dua, which means like prayer, during intercourse, shaitan, boom, boom. Brother, I'm going to subscribe to your Twitter. Even, you know what? I don't have a Twitter account no more. I delete all those accounts. So now I'm going to make a Twitter just to subscribe to your page, brother. Because where you get all this from? Prophet Muhammad, brother. I claim no wisdom of mine. This is the Prophet Muhammad wisdom. Okay. And look, we just click more. Look what happened. Having seen in academic article about mating with humans, I found that it is a quiet. This is Jibril Saeed. MashaAllah, Jibril Saeed. It's a quiet a debate in part of because of hadith that failing the pronounce of God name before act, before sex, invite genie precipitation to do cuckoo. That's deep. That's deep, brother. Look at this, look. I mean, I see too much wisdom there. Look at this guy. Jinn are sometimes characterized as shaitan or devil. Since jinn often move about the world of men and transact business with the human, a significant body of law was elaborated by religious and during what? And then the cases of mixed marriage between jinn and mixed marriage, brothers and sisters. Muslims, they believe in mixed marriage. A genie marrying a Muslim woman. Hey sister, how are you doing? Who's your husband? Hey, let me introduce to you, this is Mr. Genie. What do you mean genie? This guy, he looked like Joe. You know the thing. He's not a genie. He lives in the White House. No, he's a genie. What are you talking about? Okay, to prove it to you that this is him, Joe, not a genie. Hey, Joe, what is the name of your wife? Our friend here, he forgot the name of the Prime Minister of Australia. Our friend here, thank you, our friend. So see, this is not a genie, this is Joe. He is not a genie, he forgot your name. I mean, how stupid American are, I have no idea. From all those in the world, in USA, almost 400 million, you get Joe. Anyway, you know the thing. So Muslims believe that a genie man is having sex with their genie, with their daughter. Hey daughter, did you get married? You're something in your belly. What is that? Hey dad, I have 9 month old baby. Soon he's going to come out. Are you fornicating, having sex with somebody? No, I married legally. I swear by Allah to a genie. Oh boy. Genie marrying a woman, okay. And then it says, hygiene was another potential. Look at the science here. Look. Hygiene was another potential issue. Although women have not performed the major ritual ablution between two bracket ghusl after having or had sex with men before they can perform the prayer. So look brother, if a Muslim woman she have sex, she have sex and with men before they perform prayer, shaitan will marry them. A genie will marry them, brother. Now, let us be honest here. Who can come with this unless he is Allah, the true God? Muhammad, he cannot come with this. This is not from a human. This is coming not from a human. I confirm that. Okay? It's confirmed. Look at this one in Arabic. Oh boy. This guy is translating to you what is in Arabic. In Arabic it says لو قالت امرأة معي جني يأتني وأحد في نفسي وأجد في نفسي. So he's saying I have a genie with me, which means he's doing boom boom. He do boom boom to her, and now the guy there is translating in the top. Let us read together. Wisdom, wisdom, brother. To translate more literally, the text says, if a woman says, I have a jinn who comes to me, and I find myself as I do when my husband has intercourse with It's 12:20 now, and we are talking about genie with sex and with the genie. I better go. I better go. Things getting complicated now. We started with Allah and his stupid teaching about Muhammad and the Muslim talking about Jesus. And the Muslim, they say to you, Christian Prince, he fabricate. This is your Muslim Twitter. I have nothing to do with it. I mean, this is your belief. Christian Prince, he liar. He lie, brother. Daif. This is daif. This is daif. Very daif. Anyway, do we have any Muslim want to say anything before we go? Now, those who want to download the video, feel free to cut it pieces. You know, because we spoke about many things, so you can cut them pieces, make them mini videos to make it easier for you. All right? So did we have a good time? Now, I'm going to delete the previous videos, so in case you do not have them yet, don't forget to download them. I will give you maybe until tomorrow morning, and I will take them down. And then this video will stay, and then people will download it and will load it again and cut it apart, whatever. But remember one thing. Always subscribe to those who did repost my videos. Because later you ask yourself, I could not watch all of it. It was long. And Christian Prince, he deleted. Where we can find it, subscribe to them, you will find it there. And don't forget to support those people who do repost again. And by the way, I don't mind if people, they make money from reposting my videos. I encourage you, all of you, to make money. Why not? YouTube is a company, and you know, if posting my videos will make you have a good income, good for you. Why not? Bring more people to watch your videos, monetize your videos, and make a good income. Why not? I like to see all the Christians having better income and making a better life. I'm not against that. But don't do things just for the sake of the money. You know, the money will come to you from such a thing is a blessing, but the main purpose should be in your heart is to spread the truth, and the truth will set you free. Anything come in the side, it's a blessing. All right, so now it is Sunday. I want to say to you, happy Sunday, everybody. And we pray to the Lord that the Lord will protect us from cults like Islam, and will protect the Christians and make them see the truth, and the truth will set them free. Don't let someone like this filthy Muhammad deceive you. Islam is a cult. Have all the condition of a cult. You do not need to be a genius. There is no way God, he will promise you women to sleep with if you believe in him. You see, even our God, when he created Adam, he created one Eve. Man do not need a million women. That is a lie. One woman, one man. If a man, he is decent, and he loved the women, and the women, she loved that man, that the whole world for them. God will not decide to be a pimp who reward you by sexual intercourse. Even sex, which is a gift from God, was not the purpose. The purpose is to have a family. So male and female, they will be together and they will partner together to have a family, not to be porn stars. Islam promote porn. Islam, all of it is about the power of the penis of Muhammad and the power of the penis of a Muslim. When a prophet, he promised his followers that he would have the power of 70 years orgasm, or Muhammad claimed to have the power of 100 men of the people of heaven in sex, which is equal to 4,000 men. Obviously, this man is a perverted man. Imagine somebody, he is a disciple of Jesus, and he said any of those things we hear from Muhammad. We will spit at him, because he cannot be the disciple of Jesus. Child molesters are not disciple of Jesus, they are disciple of Muhammad. For Muhammad himself is a child molester. Jesus, he said, the one who harmed those little ones, it is better for him to put a milestone in his neck and throw himself in the deep ocean. This is how bad this crime against God for hurting the little ones. This is how ugly such a crime. Muhammad himself, he practiced that crime, and he claimed that he been receiving order from his God to have sex with a child. Heaven full of wine and lust and madness. If you remember, we asked a Muslim, are you allowed to have sex with your mother in the heaven? He says nothing is forbidden in heaven. And this is what they learn in the mosque. Nothing is forbidden in the heaven. Nothing. The heaven of Allah is a hippie cult heaven. The Christian, I asked him something in Arabic, but he did not reply. Pakistani always claim to be Arabs. Are you talking to me? I don't know, you're talking to who? Yeah, you see here somebody saying this. I want to talk about this for a second. And this is a message for all the Christians who live in Muslim countries. My friend, the Lord, he said, be peaceful like dove and be wise. Be wise. So it's not wise to live in a Muslim country and to say Muhammad is a false prophet. It's not wise. Especially you are saying it in YouTube. And they know your name. And you are using your voice. It's not wise. So I say to all the Christians, please, if you live in a Muslim country, leave that job for those who don't live in a Muslim country. So if Indonesian want to speak against Muhammad, let Indonesian who live in USA speak against Muhammad. There is a lot of Indonesian abroad. You are not the only one. I believe this person is very brave. I believe he is very decent. I believe he's a good man. But we know what will happen next. Islam is a religion of terrorism. They encourage people to insult Christianity. The second you try to refute them, they put you in jail and they torture you, and maybe they will kill him. So we have to be wise. I'm not going to go and live in Saudi Arabia and say what I'm saying now today. I will not. If I don't have the protection of the society I'm living in, I will not be able to do what I'm doing. In this society here, I have full protection by law. I have full protection from the police. I have full protection from my neighbors. And for sure, I have full protection with my guns, which is my toys. At the same time, I don't say, okay, the Lord will protect me only, because the Lord, he did not ask me to be a fool. The Lord himself, he said, the one who don't have a sword, go and buy one. Evil can kill. Remember, all the disciples of Jesus, even the Messiah himself, was killed. You are no better. So we protect ourselves by all means, by being smart, by being vigilant, and by doing what is right. So if you are a Christian living in Islamic countries, don't trust anyone, don't give your name to anyone, don't receive email, don't share email, don't trust anyone. Even like here we have admins. I advise admins not to trust any admin, because we do not know who is this admin. I don't know any of you. This is internet, my friend. Trust nobody. Never share your email. Never send email. Never tell anything about you. Well, I have guns because this is my hobby. I'm not afraid of anyone. But this is my hobby since I was a kid. And you know, I live in a country where having guns is allowed. And actually, I'm allowed to have as many guns as I want. Legally. Not one, not two, not three. Like here, the good thing about in USA, when you got a license for a gun, it doesn't mean you can carry only one gun. So if the policeman, he stopped me and he found a gun in my right pocket, and then a gun in my left pocket, and then the gun in my waist, and then a gun in my foot, still legal. It can be 20, it can be 30. Still, he cannot question. Actually, in Texas, if you live in Texas, now the license is not required no more. You can carry guns as long you are not, you know, as long they accept to sell you the gun, which means the FBI, they check you out. You can carry a gun and you have to show it. You don't hide it. And actually, I support people having guns because guns stop criminals. Because any criminal, he knew, like now, okay, I go inside this mall, I'm going to shoot people now, right? A terrorist. Now he is in a mall, like there's at least 300, 400 guns inside the mall. So he will be shot in 2 seconds. But if this criminal, this terrorist, he go to a mall in a territory where guns is forbidden, he will be shooting, keep killing until police come. But if you go to Texas, if you come to Texas, you know, you go in the mall, you will find 2,000 people having guns. You go to Walmart, everybody have a gun in his waist. It's showing, it's not hiding. Legally, actually legally you have to show it. It's not, shouldn't be hidden. So that is the good thing, actually, not a bad thing. Now, there is a bad negative thing, like maybe somebody is going to go crazy. But if you go crazy, you will pay the price for it. You shoot, people will shoot you. Don't be crazy. I believe that a house without guns invite criminals to it. As simple as that. So if there is people he knew that this house, nobody there have guns, they will go, they will break the door, it will take them 2 minutes to break the door, and they will be in the top of your head. They will take your money, they will take your life, and maybe they will rape your wife. All of this because you don't have protection. So if you live in a country where guns is allowed, you know, buy ones, buy two, buy rifles, why not? You know, don't break the law and don't be a criminal. Guns don't kill, people kill. See, people, they try to blame guns for what can happen. But just today I saw in the news a guy in Holland, I don't know if he's a Muslim, if somebody from Holland, he was shooting at people using arrows. Can you believe it? And he killed 2 people from his balcony. The video is on YouTube. He have arrow for hunting like Robin Hood. And he stood in the balcony and he was shooting people walking the street. He killed 2 people and he injured many. A person is a criminal. He do not need a gun to kill. He can kill by car, he can kill by hands, he can kill by a rock, he can kill by anything. So guns is not the criminals. The criminals are the criminals. Anyway, I hope today we have a good time together, and let us see how many views this video will have. If we have a low number of views, I will wait until I see like maybe 19-20,000 views, and then I will come back to make a new video. So share the link with everybody, let more people view, so we can have a new program as soon as we have a good number of views. Kabich? Did we have a good time? Yeah. Actually, once I have a friend who decided to be silly, you know, silly guy. So he jumped in my yard, and he put his head in the kitchen window, you know. Supposedly he want to surprise me. My neighbors, they saw him, and they thought he's a bad guy. I mean, why he want to jump over the you know, the yard? So suddenly I heard scream in my backyard. Don't move, don't move, lay down on the ground, lay down. And my neighbors, they have their rifles in the top of the head of my friend. And the guy, he started shaking and he said, what? I said, you stupid, why you go there? What are you doing? He said, I wanted to surprise you. I said, you wanted to surprise me, almost you lost your head. They thought he is a thief trying to break into my house. He want to surprise me. Okay. And since then, not only he knocked at the door, he stopped his car in the driveway, far from the door. And then he walked and he knocked at the door and he stayed away, far from the door again. You know, for a security purpose. Yeah, we watch for each other, you know. Like if somebody come into my neighbor, I will protect him. If somebody come into me, he will protect me. That's very good. Yeah. So having guns is something good, as long you are a person who have a stable brain and not stupid. A person who is stupid should not be given a gun. I agree, because he can kill his family, he can hurt himself. He don't even know how to use it. So guns should be given always, and the more guns the better, but only for those who deserve to have it. And for now, I think we are done for today. I hope that our Sunday will be great. I pray that all of you will enjoy your Sunday with your family and your children, if you have any. And let us hope that your mother-in-law, she will not come to show up to visit you in Sunday. I'm just joking. I think one day that those mother-in-law, they will go after me. So let us hope that this Sunday you will spend it with your family and your mother-in-law too. You know, and things will be fine. All right. And if your mother-in-law, she came, don't forget to say inshallah, because that will protect you from her. Remember, Muhammad, you have 13 mother-in-law, but Allah, he protect him from all of them. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, true story. Thank you. God bless you. And as always, we prove Christ is Lord, Islam is a lie, and Islam without lies dies. Learn that sentence always. Take care. Bye-bye.